This video is all about brass and metal. Yes, it is. Well, not this item because it's still on our shelf. It hasn't sold yet. But I've put together a video of our sales over the last year that are $24.95 and up, and I thought I'd share them with you along with some eBay bolos so that you can be on the lookout for these same items. We typically pay $1 to $3 for the items that we buy to resell, and so I decided to start with $24.95 and up. And it's not just all brass, as I said, it's metal too. And I figured that, if I share these with you, then you can be on the lookout for these items. And that's what BOLO stands for. B-O-L-O. I'm getting an echo on this. Put that down. B-O-L-O, BOLO. Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for metal and brass. If you're new to our channel, I'm Vicki, and my husband Mark and I resell on eBay, Mercari, and Poshmark. Mostly eBay, but Poshmark's picking up now on hard goods too. And if I didn't say, I'm going to be inserting some eBay sold comps of other bolos that you can be on the lookout for, because you never know when you might find something that's brass or metal, and this video might just make you stop and think, is this a bolo? Maybe I should look it up. With that said, let's get started. Okay, so our first sale starts at $24, not $24.95, because it was on sale. A 6-count lot of rare vintage brass drawer pulls. Regency fan is the design. Started at $34.95 and they sold on offer for $24 plus ship. And here are some eBay sold comps, some bolos for you to be on the lookout for, of various designs of drawer pulls. Do you sell belt buckles? We sell belt buckles, and we can normally pick them up for $1 to $3 each. This Boy Scout Fill Mount Scout Ranch Bull and Brands belt buckle sold for $24.95 plus ship. And just to give you a look at some other belt buckles that sold on eBay, here are some high-end belt buckles. And a 4-count lot of drawer pulls. These are brand new and packaged, made by Nob Hill. I often find new and packaged at garage sales when people buy too many and they can't return them because they've had them too long. And here are some other cup style drawer pulls on eBay. eBay sold comps. This is an odd item that I picked up at Goodwill, and I paid $2.99. The brand is Guardian Service. This is a lid. Yes, just the lid, a hammered lid to an oval roaster. And I thought somebody might just need that lid, so I picked it up for $2.99 and sold it on offer for $24.99. If you're not familiar with Guardian cookware, well, here's some sold comps on eBay. This isn't something you see every day, but this is a 7-count lot of antique vintage shoe button hooks, as is very rusty, as you can see, and they sold for full asking price of $24.95. And just to give you a look at some other style of, they're not always all metal. A lot of them are celluloid, some are sterling. Let's take a look. You can't see this very well, it's new and packaged, but it's Pampered Chef Quick Cooker Stackable Steaming Rack. Found it at a garage sale. I think I paid $1 or $2 and sold it for $24.95. With that said, is Pampered Chef still selling on eBay? Well, yes it is. Let's take a look. Did someone mention belt buckles? This is a 1987 rare Camp Davy Crockett Boy Scouts belt buckle, sold for full asking price of $24.95. And here's a few more. Sold belt buckles on eBay, Philmont, Scout Ranch. Can you believe what they sold for? These two vases were found at a garage sale for only $2. Made in India, they are pewter and they are weighted, meaning there's, weighting in the bottom of it. And they sold for full asking price at $24.95. So I thought I'd take a look on eBay for other vases made from pewter. And I was shocked at some of the prices. Of course, sometimes there's other things thrown in that aren't necessarily vases. How about a Revere Ware stainless steel skillet, no lid to it. I had it for $29.95. It sold for $24.99. And Revere Ware copper bottom on eBay, you will find lots that have sold for some pretty decent prices. In fact, we sold one the other day, a single one, but we have a lot of pans listed as well. Now this clock isn't all metal, but it's mostly metal. It's a West Clock's Big Ben wind-up alarm clock, and we were selling it for parts. It worked, but it was as is because of the condition of some of the components. We started at $29.95 and sold it on offer for $25, and we paid $4 for it. And here are some West Clocks, Big Ben clocks that sold on eBay. And this 2-count lot of gold photo frames, these vintage photo frames that nobody seems to want anymore. I see them all the time at garage sales. I put the two pieces together, started at $29.95, sold them for $25. And let's take a look at some metal frames on eBay for bolos. And some of these are quite fancy. Some of them are gilded, gold gilded. But let's take a look. This is something you might easily pass up. If you can pick these up for $1 or so, I paid $2.50 and $3 for these, but together the sale came to $28.90 plus ship, so that's not too bad. And these stainless steel frothing cups, frothing mugs, measuring mugs, there's so many coffee houses now that they're always looking for these things, or maybe for home use too. If you can pick them up for $1 or so, that's great. The thing with these stainless steel measuring cups is to get them as cheap as you can. And they might require some cleaning up, and Barkeeper's Friend works great for that. Not sponsored. Well, here is something from my own private stash. I had these for many, many years, decades I guess. 4-count lot of aluminum flour, coffee, tea, sugar canister sets with lids. Not decorating with them anymore. I started at $38 or so and sold them on offer for $30 plus ship. Did I undersell them? Well, maybe. But then again, mine weren't as fancy as these canister sets with the turquoise lids that sold for $310, or pink lids that sold for, well, they might have given those away, but take a look here what sold on eBay. And lo and behold, another belt buckle. USA Joy Mining Machinery Miner Belt Buckle. I started at $49.95. It was on sale, 20% off, and sold for $39.96. Not too bad. So keep your eyes open for things like this. As you can see here, they can go from $48, $35, $30, etc. Salt and pepper grinders. This was unused stainless steel. We got it at a church rummage sale for only $1. Yes, $1. And as you can see here, it's sold for $42. Yes, it did. So let's jump over to eBay and take a look at what stainless steel pepper grinders and salt grinders are going for. This item is an oddity for sure, new in package. I picked it up simply because it was 50 cents and it was new in package. Pleasant Hearth replacement thermocouple for vent-free gas heater. I had it listed for $49.95. It sold for $39.99. So the takeaway here is take time to look at the smalls, the odd, check your comps, especially if it's new in package. And on eBay, take a look at what some of these things are selling for. This Achilles 3-tier rubber stamp holder was in a recent What Sold video, and how I packed it. I started at $69.95, so it was on sale and it was 25% off. It was $52.46, but I still send offers when I have sales. I don't remove the feature anymore, and I sold it for $49 plus ship. How much did I pay for it? $8. $8, that's all, into $49. Would you have bought this? Tell me the truth. Would you have bought this to resell? Or would you have passed it up? Either way, let's look at eBay sold comps. MCM, mid-century modern, made in Italy, Hollywood Regency, brass, crystal, marble, candle holders. I did start at $69.95. They were 35% off. I ended up accepting an offer of $49.99, and I paid only $2.50 for both. Again, would you have bought these to resell? I did have to take time to protect the crystals, but it was worth it. So on eBay, here's what some of them are going for, just to give you an idea. I feel that you have a good chance of finding these at a church rummage sale. Don't be afraid of them. This was a garage sale find. They weren't in perfect condition. It's a 7-count pewter metric measuring cup, also known as a tankard or mug. I think we paid $8 for all and sold them for $49.95 plus ship. With that said, I was blown away when I looked at eBay sold comps and found out how much some of these pewter mugs are going for. Some single tankard pewter mugs. Unbelievable. Another odd item for me to pick up. We were leaving the estate sale. It's a rare stainless steel Micro vacuum siphon coffee maker drip pot. It was missing the lid and it was missing another component. After checking comps, I put it at $59.95 and it sold for $49.99. I paid only $3 And eBay sold comps show that these can sell in the 90s up to a little over 100, depending on the style. And if you have everything that's supposed to come with it. What's my favorite sale that I go to every year? Well, it's Netherland Inn, and that CW stands for Colonial Williamsburg. And I found this rare Virginia Williamsburg brass candlestick. It was 12.5 inches high, so pretty tall for a candlestick. I paid $2, and you can see here, we sold it for $100. Now, if that isn't a woohoo, I don't know what is. And look at some of these. If you could find a pair or some fancy ones, oh my gosh, they have some value. And they don't always have to be Colonial Williamsburg. These are antique bronze, antique brass, all different styles. And while I was looking, I came across some Colonial Williamsburg lamps. I thought, wow, I may have been passing some of these up because I didn't want to ship the lamp. But, you know, even if you don't have the shade, maybe we can take it apart enough to ship it. I haven't gotten into anything this large, but boy, I might reconsider it looking at these sold comps. And I felt it was worth showing you a few more Colonial Williamsburg comps because this brand holds its value. So take a look at these. So do you think you'll look at brass and metal a little bit differently now? I hope you do. I really hope you do, because there were some fantastic sold comps on eBay for things that I betcha I've passed up. If you like these kind of videos, be sure to give us a thumbs up and like and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. Thanks for watching. I'm Vicki with Avante Avenue, and Mark and I will see you soon.